Alvin Jones. Welcome to another edition of Planet Vehicle. We come to you from the Washington Convention Center. It's home of the Washington Auto Show. Got some great things going on. You should come down and check it out, have some fun, look at some cars, and there are going to be celebrities and people coming out, so it's always a good time at the Washington Auto Show. We've got great things coming up. Keep it right here. It's the Washington Auto Show, brought to you by Planet Vehicle.
Alvin, it's great to see you again. You know, you and I are car guys. We get to hang out all the cool places. Well, today the cool place is Washington, D.C. here at the Washington Auto Show. I'm going to take you and your viewers on a little magical mystery tour, if you will, of all the great new GM vehicles. Coming up next on Planet Vehicle.
Action!
I love telling big stories about big heroes, but at the end of the day, real life is better than any story. Our servicemen and women are the real heroes. Every day, they make the sacrifices for their country, for my country, for my son's country. The USO gives us real ways to support our real heroes. There is a way we can say thanks. You can go to USO.org and make a real difference in their lives today. Do it.
Welcome back. It's Planet Vehicle. We are at the Walter E. Washington Convention Center right here in beautiful downtown Washington, D.C. It is the home of the Washington Auto Show. One of our good buddies who comes on the show a lot is James Bell with General Motors, and he happens to be here for the Washington Auto Show, and he's going to pop in and show us some great things, especially with Chevrolet and also Cadillac. Hey, James, where are you?
Well, welcome back to Planet Vehicle. Standing next to me is our latest space station, if you will. This is the Chevrolet Volt. This is the brand new version. This is the first time it's been seen outside of the Detroit Auto Show, which just happened for its public debut, and we're really excited about this vehicle. You know, the current Volt has been a big success for General Motors. When you look at all different studies from J.D. Power and other groups like that, Volt owners are the most satisfied. They love their cars, and they love to talk about it, not only to their friends and neighbors, but also to us at General Motors. So we talked to them. We said, okay, what about the current Volt do you love? Well, here's a couple things they love. They love the range. 38 miles of electric range. You know what? Some people said maybe that's a little too short. Current Volt owners are going to the gas station once every 1,000 miles. Think about that. Once every 1,000 miles, they're going to the gas station. And because this vehicle has a very small gas tank, it's not even a big, heavy fill-up. Maybe 8 or 9 gallons, or a top-up at best. So they're not even caring about what the price of fuel is because they're running as an electric car a vast majority of the time. So again, old Volt, 38 miles on charge. New Volt, about 50 miles on charge. So we increased it. You know, we're GM. We're trying to make people happy, trying to make things nicer for them. That's number one. Number two, the current Volt is a 4-passenger vehicle. The way the battery is set up down the center, it kind of made it a 4-passenger only. New Volt, 5 passengers, so we've increased the utility there. The interior, some people said while it looked cool, very high tech inside, maybe it wasn't as intuitive or easy to use. It took some time to learn. Well, we fixed that. This is now a beautiful new interior, very simple to use, just a couple little screens. You know, it's all about safety. Ultimately, anything from General Motors, it's going to be high tech. It's going to really push the boundaries of what we expect from a vehicle, but it's got to be safe. And I think people who are enjoying this car are really going to be able to keep their heads on the road, if you will, and their hands on the steering wheel. And this is going to be a car that's fun to drive too. We've done some improvements to the electric power and the gasoline power to give even better acceleration. I've driven the current Volt quite a bit. When that light turns green, there's very few cars that are going to beat you off the line. And I think people are going to really like that about this new car, its speed, its range, its economy, and check it out. Alvin, I know you know this car. In fact, I've heard stories about you driving these Camaros. This is the ZL1 version, 560 horsepower. We've got the Z28 version, which was named by Motor Trend magazine the best handling sports car. Now that's against sports cars that are 3 and 4 times the price. The Camaro has done a fantastic job. It's been kicking the you-know-what on the Mustang for several years now. Now, I will say, correctly so, that Ford has a brand new Mustang, which is beautiful, which drives fantastic, which is going to make a lot of noise in the market for the next couple of months at best, because later in 2015, we've got an all-new Camaro coming out. I've been lucky enough to hang out in the design center there in Michigan a couple times. I've seen the new Camaro. It's going to make people's hair curl. Even your hair is going to curl up over this one, Alvin. You're not going to believe it. So go ahead, Mustang. Enjoy your little party. New Camaro coming soon. And speaking of a party, Alvin, This blue bombing beauty right here is the Z06 version of the Corvette Stingray. Now, of course, the current Corvette Stingray has done exceptionally well for us. In fact, I was lucky enough to have one as my company car. Don't get too jealous now. It's my company car for about 7 months. Beautiful white one, black, beautiful vented car. Love that thing. And it was stunning to me because I would go to the gas station, fill the vehicle up, go inside to get a bottle of water or something, come back out, and there'd be people gathered around the car. Hey, can we take a picture of it? Hey, can I put my kid in the seat? How many times do you get that with a car that costs $60,000? Now, we're up in the game here. This is, again, the Z06 version. Now, listen to this. You're a smart guy, Alvin, but I'm still going to ask you to work this out. So, this car will go from 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, which is less time than it took me to say that sentence. Huh? How about that? This is a fast car. It will go around the skid pad at 1.2 Gs, kind of pull your eyeballs right out of your head. Now, when you have that kind of power and that kind of performance, you need to control it all. So the brakes are world class. It will go from 60 back to 0 in less distance than a basketball court. Now, this is the one that really gets me. This vehicle will go from 25 to 0 in less distance than the length of the car. Alvin, this thing's out of control. I can't wait till you drive it. I want to hear your impressions. And by the way, we're talking when those sort of numbers in performance cars, you're talking about Ferraris, Porsches, Lamborghinis, 3 and 4 times the price. Hey, it's a Chevy. What do you expect? Delivering more than you get for the dollar. Let's go check out some more stuff. Now, Alvin, don't get a little worked up here. You just got done drooling over the Corvette, and I understand that. And now you're standing in front of a pickup truck. James, what are you doing? Well, what you're doing is you're showing off this new Chevrolet Colorado, which, I gotta be honest with you, inside the halls of General Motors is as exciting, if not more, than the Corvette. Now, the reason for that is this thing has shaken up the pickup truck game. We already know that full-size trucks like the Ford F-150 and the Chevy Silverado are very, very popular and very successful, really kind of powering the industry these last couple of years. When we introduced this new smaller truck at the Detroit Auto Show last year, there was a lot of noise. There was a big crowd around it. Once that crowd went away, you know who came in to check it out? Engineers from Toyota. And why is that? Because the Toyota Tacoma has been the top-selling vehicle in this segment for years, and they hadn't done anything to make their Tacoma even nicer. Now, all of a sudden, we got a brand new player in here, and guess what? Now jump a year ahead, and it's working, my friend. This vehicle, well, I'll give you a little inside information here from the industry. If a vehicle has 60-day supply across the country, okay, 60-day supply based on sales rate and inventory and all that, it's considered healthy. This little bad boy right here is running 9-day supply, so it's unhealthy in a very fantastic and wonderful way. We're really proud of this vehicle. Toyota is nervous. They showed a new Tacoma at the Detroit Auto Show just a few weeks ago. Nobody seemed to like it. It's kind of keeps shining up the old thing. We got an all-new player here, and it's really showing exactly what Chevrolet is all about. In fact, you put a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder motor in here, which has plenty of towing power and plenty of power to get you up the hill, and it runs about $25,000. So, hey, it's typical Chevy. It's all about giving you great value for your dollar. Now, we're going to go check out Cadillac here next. Now, it's going to require a little extra transportation power, if you will, because it's downstairs and we're here upstairs. So, you know what? I'm going to have to give this one a double click. You ready for this? Whew. That took a lot out of me, but you know what? Transportation is General Motors' thing, and I do it in a very special way, as you've seen now. Speaking of special way, this, my friends, is the Cadillac CTS-V. Now, we talked about the Corvette Z06 being special, so let's pull that supercharged 6.2-liter V8 out of the Corvette Z06 and go and drop it in a car that is so smooth, so quiet, so refined, so luxurious, you could very easily drive your mother-in-law to the opera on Saturday night, and she would love it in the car, and then on Sunday morning, meet your boys out at the track, because this is a track-capable car. Brembo brakes, high-speed transmission. This is a proper driver's car, rated at 200 miles an hour, 0 to 60 in a time that I'm not even allowed to tell you it's so darn fast, and it looks this good. And that's what Cadillac's all about. Over-delivering on style, value, that presence that you expect from a luxury car. But in the case of CTS-V, doing it quicker than you can imagine. I guess that's it from the auto show. I hope you've enjoyed a Planet vehicle. I know I've enjoyed it. I'm going to transport myself in this car now. See you next time.
In a pickup truck market that is fiercely competitive, the Motor Trend Truck of the Year award is a prestigious statement. And this year, the editors had some outstanding vehicles to choose from.
When it came down to it, after over a week's worth of testing, we sat down and we hashed it all out. All judges are asked to write down their top 3 picks. Third place was Ford F-150. Second place was Ford Transit. And by unanimous vote was the Chevrolet Colorado.
The midsize 2015 Colorado, while not a new nameplate, is nevertheless a completely redesigned vehicle with segment-leading fuel economy.
The Chevrolet Colorado winning the Motor Trend Truck of the Year is just such an accomplishment, and it really represents the hard work that the men and women of General Motors have put into this truck.
Motor Trend hasn't named a mid-sized pickup Truck of the Year in 10 years, and with the all-new Ford F-150 in the running, the stakes were high.
The Colorado won because it is the truck that best met our award's key criteria. We look at engineering excellence, fantastic vehicle from top to bottom in terms of its capabilities. You know, it can tow up to 7,000 pounds. Great handling truck, strong value statement as well, particularly if you look at the work truck. If you look at the base entry-level work truck, you're talking low $20,000 range. So on and on and on. Against each one of our criteria, Colorado came out ahead.
I think what I'm most proud about the Chevrolet Colorado is the fact that the team really went in and made sure they understood the customer and then designed the vehicle, engineered the vehicle, and then are building the highest quality vehicle, all with the customer in mind.
Motor Trend's Truck of the Year issue will be on newsstands and at motortrend.com later this month. I'm Chris Hansen.
Action! I love telling big stories about big heroes, but at the end of the day, real life is better than any story. Our servicemen and women are the real heroes. Every day, they make the sacrifices for their country, for my country, for my son's country. The USO gives us real ways to support our real heroes. There is a way we can say thanks. You can go to USO.org and make a real difference in their lives today. Do it.
Welcome back, Planet Vehicle. I'm Pam Fletcher. I'm the Chief Engineer for Electrified Vehicles at Chevrolet. Beside me is the 2015 Chevrolet Spark. This car is pure electric fun. That's exactly what we engineered it to be. This car has more torque than a Ferrari 458 Italia. This car is a blast to drive, instantaneous torque, 0 to 60 in 7.2 seconds. But on top of that, this car has all-electric range of 82 miles. So we know that most people in the U.S. commute 40 miles or less. This can be your daily vehicle to get you to and from where you need to go. On top of that, the car has 3 different charging options. The charge port is here, sort of hidden behind this display. 3 charging options. With DC fast charging, you can get 50% of the charge on this big 19 kilowatt hour battery in only 12 minutes. 50% of the charge in 12 minutes. Think about that. You can get 80% of the charge in 20 minutes. So truly, this car can meet your daily needs. Not only meet them, but exceed them, because it is nothing but pure electric fun.
Action! I love telling big stories about big heroes, but at the end of the day, real life is better than any story. Our servicemen and women are the real heroes. Every day, they make the sacrifices for their country, for my country, for my son's country. The USO gives us real ways to support our real heroes. There is a way we can say thanks. You can go to USO.org and make a real difference in their lives today. Do it.
Welcome, Planet Vehicle. This is Angel Mary, your 2014 Miss Teen America. We are at the Washington Auto Show at the Convention Center, and let me tell you, I had an awesome time. I saw a lot of cars and met new people. I especially saw the car that I like, the blue Corvette. For bookings and appearances, you can reach me at my email, District of Columbia Teen 2014, and you can also follow me on Facebook at Miss Teen America 2014. Thank you.
Look at the Nissan GTR. You like this?
Yes.
Yes, he's got his camera, he's getting it, and people are taking a look at the fact, $101,000, 770. I can do the 101,000. Anybody got me with the 770? I think we can make this work. You got 70, all right, so we need just 700, we can get this here. It's 545 horsepower, 3.8 liter V6 engine, fast. I had a chance to see this back out in LA. for the LA Auto Shows with Usain Bolt. You guys know who Usain Bolt is, the runner? Yeah, so he was so fast that even when I interviewed him, you couldn't see him. We had to do a still picture, and that's how fast this GTR is. Now, if you know about it from the legend of Japan, the land of the rising sun is known as the Skyline there. But this is the car that a lot of people are taking a look at, and look at him, see? Look at him looking at it. What do you think? You like this over here?
Yeah, I do like it.
You like it?
Yes, I
So
do.
you got the 70, right?
Yeah, I got the 7.
Okay, I got the 101,000. So all we need is $700. Okay, so all you have to do is just do something real simple. You can see here, you want to trade. He's going to trade in his baby carriage for the GTR, right? And yeah, you could do that. But if he does it, he's just going to have visiting hours. That's all. That's it. So what do you think? You like it also? He likes car here. He says he traded his baby for it. Where's your baby? Okay, all right. He said you can have the stroller, but not the baby. All right, so we've got more coming up. We're just enjoying the facilities and the fun. People are having a good time. It is the Washington Auto Show. We're continuing our coverage of the Washington Auto Show here on Planet Vehicle. I'm Alvin Jones, and we are looking at the future, literally. Now, in Japanese, future means Mirai, and that is the name of this new hydrogen fuel cell vehicle, the Mirai. It's coming out this fall. It'll be available in California, and then as time goes on, as more infrastructure is built, they're looking to build it in the east. But you're talking 300 miles on a fill-up. It takes you 5 minutes to fill the vehicle with hydrogen, and you're looking at 153 horsepower, 247 pound-feet of torque, but also you're looking at, believe this or not, this car can, believe it or not, it can power your home because it has up to 60 kilowatt hours. And so say if you have a blackout or something goes on, there's a plug that you can get from Toyota, and guess what? You plug it in, and now your house is up and lit when everybody else may be out of electricity. That's kind of cool. The price, I just found out, $57,500. And for more information, you can go to toyota.com/fuel cell. And we're going to take a look at some more of the cars that are going on right here at the Washington Auto Show. It's all brought to you by me, Alvin Jones, and of course, Planet Vehicle. Covering the Washington Auto Show, but we're not in Washington. Actually, we're in Fairfax, Virginia, home of Fairfax Hyundai, because this is where the winners of the Hyundai Hands On contest pick up their cars. Now, there were 9 contestants, and for 117 hours, they had to touch the car. Of course, bathroom breaks every once in a while, but they even had to sleep touching the car. And it started off with 9 people. By the time the 117 hours came in, guess what? There were 8 people left. And how did they figure out who was going to win? Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back, and we'll tell you who won, how, and there's a bigger, in the words of Paul Harvey, the rest of the story. It's all coming up right here on Planet Vehicle.
Action! I love telling big stories about big heroes, but at the end of the day, real life is better than any story. Our servicemen and women are the real heroes. Every day, they make the sacrifices for their country, for my country, for my son's country. The USO gives us real ways to support our real heroes. There is a way we can say thanks. You can go to USO.org and make a real difference in their lives today. Do it.
Hello, Planet Vehicle. My name's Paul Vaughn.
This is Randy Greene.
And I'm Jeff Macaluso.
And I'm here at Fairfax Hyundai to pick up my new vehicle that I won at the 2015 Hyundai Hands On contest. In this contest, we had to stand next to the car for 117 hours with bathroom breaks every three hours or so. And basically, there are 9 of us to begin with. After the first or second night, the one contestant fell off the vehicle, but up until the very end, there were still 7 of us who survived, at which point we had to go through a random raffle, and by chance, I ended up winning. But I guess a lot of the people at the competitions have been saying that this year it's a little bit different. They do this every year. It's a very competitive event, but Jeff has a little bit more on how it's different from the previous years.
From what we were told, I guess, in previous years there was a lot of competition, a lot of a lot of people got kind of nasty in the contest, and this year it was strange. We became friends. The first day we came in not really expecting what was going to happen or how competitive things were going to be, and the more we talked to each other, the more we kind of felt kindred spirits. That these were the people that we really cared about as we got to know each other, and we kind of came to this this conclusion, this idea that we weren't really so much worried about competing anymore. We wanted to form close bonds and friendships, and we realized that the car was just the car, that it would break down over time, it would eventually be sold or broken, and it was just money. There wasn't really as much to it as the friendships that we earned. We wanted to show the world a little something different. There was something more than just physical objects and money and greed. There was a common desire in humanity to bring out the best and show the best of what humanity could be. So we decided that we weren't going to compete anymore. We were going to just endure and get through the competition together as a team. And we actually started to look out for each other. If somebody was going to have their hand slip off the car, we pointed out, hey, watch out, don't do that. So that at the end of it, we were all there, and we came to peace with the idea that just one of us was going to win, and we were happy for that person. We saw the person. We were lucky to see Paul here, win the car. And if you've ever seen, if you were lucky enough to see some of the news footage, there wasn't a sad face in the crowd. We were so happy that our buddy has now a better chance at life and has a step forward, and we're genuinely glad to be his friend. And there was one of the gentlemen named Howard who was having a lot of trouble. He's a retired veteran. I know a lot of people were rooting for him as well. And so we've all decided to get together, and we're going to try to help him out. We're going to try to help fix his car. And I think the group as a whole has become committed to, even though we've all had rough backgrounds, is when one person's down, we're going to lift the other person up. And it's just a story that I believe a lot of people felt needed to be told, which is why we were lucky enough that Planet Vehicle decided to show up tonight and tell our story. Is there anything that you felt you wanted to say, Randy?
Yeah, I just had a couple words. Thank you. This is Randy. I just wanted to mention, to elaborate on what Jeff was saying, that we all came as a team. We first came aboard as we all had one goal, to win the vehicle. But after 2 or 3 days, like he was saying, we had a common bond to help each other because we developed friendships, and we laughed, and we had good times, and we had a lot of communication, and that helped the time go by very quickly, even though it was a very long endurance, like it was 5 days, and you had nonstop. You had constantly have your hand on the automobile, but in that meantime, we all got along very well, and we all had, like I said, jokes, and we talked very well, and we helped each other out. I was during the breaks, I was helping people get some food, and we were asking people, do you need any of this, or do you need anything? Do you need a towel? Do you need foot spray and stuff like that? So we were all helping out each other as a common goal, which was quite remarkable. And I was in this contest about 9 years ago, and I was out in the first 3 hours, and I didn't know how long I was going to make it this time, but luckily I made the whole 117 hours. Even though I have a bad back, I didn't know how long I was going to stay, but like Jeff was saying, we all stuck together as a team, and that helped each other to make the time go by a lot quicker than it actually was if you're just standing still, just twiddling your thumbs, and you don't know how long or if you would even make it at all. But like I said, we all helped each other out, and people that are out of work, stuff like that, we're going to help them, see if we can find possible job vacancies and stuff like that. So we all form as one big team, and hopefully the friendship is going to last long after the contest has ended. Thanks.
Thank you, Randy. And I guess I'd like to give a shout out to everyone else who didn't make it here. That includes Orlando, Jonathan, Kelly, Dave, and Howard. And I think that's everyone, right? Yep. Well,
And Kathy.
yeah, and Kathy, who unfortunately didn't make it to the end. But I guess we'll leave it at that. And in the meantime, guys, you're kind of scratching the paint. So if you guys could maybe back a couple feet or so.
Okay.
Thanks.
That was an amazing story. The fact that 9 folks came together, 8 survived, and even though it was a competition, they became friends, brothers, and they're going to be helping each other out. That is really amazing. Now, what's really amazing, also in addition to winning the car, is the ability to have a car to give up to someone. And I got right here Sam Missouri with Fairfax Hyundai. How you doing?
Doing great, feeling good.
Now, what do you got in your hand?
This is the winning key that they got in order to start the car, because usually we run out of contestants. By the end, there's only 1 or 2 left, and we kind of drag it out till it's done. This time, they had 8 out of 9 left. So we were baffled what to do, and collectively as Hyundai dealers in the Washington area, we came up with the idea of get the keys. We put a bunch of mismatched keys, except for one that was good, and our lucky winner got it. And they started the car, and sure enough, it started. And I got to tell you the story. Usually this is a very competitive setting, and it was great to see these 8 guys that are left there really cheering on each other as they were starting the car and sincerely being happy that one won. There was no animosity, there was no issue here. Nobody was upset that they didn't win the car. So it was a great event. We look forward to doing it every year if we can.
So there you have it, the end of the Washington Auto Show. It's interesting because right here as we're taping now, it's Sunday right before the Super Bowl, and they have to kick people out. It's 6 o'clock, but it doesn't matter because people are really into the cars. I'd like to thank WANATA, that's the Washington Area New Car Dealers Association, for putting on the Washington Auto Show. Daniel Coringo, John O'Donnell. Of course, we got to thank the folks at Pomerantz and Company, Bonnie Murray, Barbara Pomerantz, and all the folks that put all of this stuff together. It's been fun. We're going to do this again next year, so join us next year for 2016, the Washington Auto Show. For Planet Vehicle, I'm Alvin Jones. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, check us out on Twitter, and of course the hashtag, you can do Planet Vehicle. Our handle is Planet Vehicle. And don't forget, you can also get us on Facebook, and if you have any questions, just send us an email, info@planetvehicle.com. Thank you for watching the show, and as we go out, I'm going to show you some more of the great cars. And as you can hear, they're saying it's over. That's the announcement. Thanks for watching.